Am I good, man? Am I good? What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Midwest Kong again from Ohio, man. 419, man. Stand up, man. Stand up. It's getting cold out here. We about to get some snow tomorrow. It's getting cold out this motherfucker. Check this out. I ain't trying to hold y'all, man. I ain't trying to hold y'all. Last night, Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. So it's interesting to me, man, being a formal combat sports competitor, how people who never got punched in the face got such a big fucking opinion. If you pay for it, you do have the right to critique. But let's use common sense here. I know none of us really thought that we was about to see the Mike Tyson of old. We was about to see the Roy Jones of old. I know that ain't what y'all really thought. But what we did see was two 50-plus-year-old men get out there and they went after it, yo. They went after it. It wasn't no knockout, but it was some really good boxing in that ring. And it was actually shocking that they actually moved and nobody had a gassed out or nothing, no shit like that. Nobody was hunched over in the middle of rounds. Like, these men went out there and they fought. Of course, they're steps behind of their fucking fighting prime. We're talking 20 years past, yo. Like, okay, I get it. But why do you couch motherfuckers always got something to say when you ain't never been punched in the face, when you ain't never bust a grape in a fruit fight with a fucking hammer? Check, yo. If you didn't think the fight was cool, that's fine. But all this shit y'all talk, I'm starting to see why the internet is so much filled with negativity, because there's some actual channels that deliver that same energy. Listen, man. Let's talk it, right? Mike Tyson hasn't fought in 15 years, right? We all know Mike Tyson's story. Roy Jones fought 3 years ago, which he shouldn't have, because that would have made him 49 or 48. So we all know that he probably shouldn't have done that, right? All right, check this shit out, man. These two men train. Fuck all of what y'all thought that fight was supposed to be. Because if any of y'all thought that Doc and Marty McFly was going to come grab Mike Tyson and Roy Jones from back in the day, y'all some clowns. All right? If y'all expected fireworks in that regard, y'all some clowns. But the real fight fans know that what we seen last night was impressive, and a salute to both of them gentlemen. The real fight fans know. And people who've competed, we also know that. Listen, what we seen last night, what is the difference between that fight and the heavyweight division today? A lot of clinching, a lot of shit like that. It's not really a lot of no zip, zip, zip. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck is the difference? What's the difference? What fight do we got to look forward to in the heavyweight division other than Fury and somebody? We don't have much. So last night was a treat, man. Last night was a treat to see two legends get in there and do what they had to do. And even outside of that, let's talk about their stories before. Mike Tyson, look at the weight loss he did. Like, his journey to get back there. What it takes to even get in the ring. What it takes to make it to yesterday. From both of those gentlemen. That's remarkable and respect in itself. And so for people to drag they asses down for that shit it's mind-boggling to me. Those men worked their asses off, and it showed in that ring. Y'all remember what Tyson looked like before? Y'all remember that big-ass gut Tyson had? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see too much of Roy, but I'm sure Roy wasn't doing too much of nothing either. So we look at this transformation in their bodies and in their fitness, and they fought 8 2-minute rounds. I know what some people gonna say, well, the rounds was only 2 minutes. You knucklehead motherfucker, the rounds is 3 minutes in the first place. So what, it was only 2 minutes? Why are we being so critical of that? 98% of the population will never get into the ring or into the cage or into any type of physical altercation in life. And guess what? If you are that person, then just be that person. I'm not gonna call you no punk. I'm not gonna say you a sissy. All I'm telling you is, if you're not a fighter, then just be that person. Listen, if I could have went to school, became a doctor, that's what I would do. You wouldn't even see me. I have my own practice. I'll be saving the world that way. But no, I took another route. And I take nothing back from everything I've done and I've accomplished. I've done some amazing things. Fighting led me to these things through being a children's book author, owning a gym, Brazilian, just all that shit. So I'm glad of my of my path that I took. I'm just saying, if you don't have to get punched in the face, if that's not something you want to do, you a smart motherfucker. And if you do want to do that, you a brave motherfucker. All right? So what I'm saying is, we talk about these men who are fathers, grandfathers, whatever the case may be. These men got in there and they looked good. They could have fought on the undercard of a fucking Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. That fight wasn't that bad. It wasn't. And for anybody who think they could take one of those blows from any one of y'all men, I know why y'all saying that, because the couch is safer. The couch is safer, so y'all can say that on the couch. However, motherfucker, every fucking state in this country has a boxing gym. So look, whatever you weigh, go to that boxing gym, put the sparring gloves on, train for 3 to 4 weeks. Matter of fact, train 2 months. I'm gonna give you 2 months to train 3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever you can do. And then get in there with one of them dogs in that ring. And let's see if you so critical after somebody busting you in your shit with headgear on. Come on, guys. Oh, Mike was just hitting the pads. Roy just hitting the pads. Put your face exactly in that place where that pad was. Shout out to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Shout out to everybody who fought on that card last night. Nate Robinson. Yo. Shout out to you for getting in there. But it's levels to this shit. And let me tell you something. I ain't never really followed Jake Paul and nothing like that. I've seen that boy got heart. And that boy really want to fight for real. And you can see the difference in his anxiety in that ring versus Nate's. You can see a big difference. And Jake Paul is a fighter. Shout out to you, Jake Paul. He's a fighter for real. He ready to go. There was a couple good fights on that card. I only caught it when the guy, Man, I believe his name was. I caught that one. And a military dude. That dude, the military dude, he took a pretty good beating. But he tough. Like, I'm telling y'all, like it's so easy to critique. But you watching this shit, even in a loss, these motherfuckers prepared to get in there anyway. Nate Robinson, yo, he prepared to get in there anyway. His results wasn't as what he thought, but he prepared. And I think what happened is, and being a former combat sports competitor, I think what happened when Nate was, when you first get that, that one, that bang, bang, you first get that bang, bang, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. You think a little different there, bud. So, I don't want to drag Nate down, man, because look, man, salute to you for getting in there,
He's trying to get out ring. Oh, Lord! Set. Problem child.
Hey, man, who edited that in there? Who edited that in there? Who did that? I'll be doing that. I'm just joking. Anyway, man, subscribe to the channel, man. Salute to everybody who fought last night. Salute to everybody in any sport, man. I know the hard work it takes to do that. Salute to all you fitness motherfuckers. And fuck you bot motherfuckers that's always talking shit with your no fucking picture on your profile. That's always got something to say. Listen, man, it's 2020, man. We went through a pandemic. Everybody depressed enough, man. Find something in you that you love about yourself so you can say something nice to another person. Because you don't want it with me, man. You don't want it with me. Let's go, baby.